Create yourself and build the life you'll love. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, and this is part 3, I believe, of Create Yourself. And this may be one of the shorter videos, but I'm telling you, it's going to be one that is very, very profound. And the tidbit that I give you here today will be something that can be life-altering, life-changing, and can literally revolutionize your spiritual experience and revolutionize your practical experience as well. And speaking of revolutionizing, please like, share, subscribe. Please consider financially sponsoring my work, as many of you have, and I thank you so very much. Every one of you that subscribed, thank you. Every one of you that likes and shares, thank you. Every one of you that is sponsoring financially, thank you, and thank you once again. We're growing by leaps and bounds. It shows no signs of slowing down. In fact, it shows signs of continuing and increasing, and that's what it's all about. So here we go with Create Yourself. I want to give you a factoid. I want to give you a little heavy revy. I want to drop something in your spirit that I hope will stick there, and as I said, it can be a revolutionary, it will be a revolutionary fact, a revolutionary realization, more like, in your life. Now, we have to understand some things about the realm of the inexpressible ones, the realm of source, the realm of the divine, the realm of God, whatever you choose to identify those beings as. In the realm of the etheric, which is how I address it, it is a realm without language. There are no words spoken in the etheric realm, not because they're snooty, but because speech is not needed. I was looking for the fancy word, but it's almost nap time, so supercilious would be a good one. But speech is not needed. Speech is archaic. Speech is inefficient. In the etheric realm, all communication is given, received, and exchanged in the form of pure thought. Let me say that again. In the etheric realm, which is the realm of the inexpressible ones, the realm of the divine, the realm of the gods, there are no words. All communication is given, received, and exchanged through pure thought, and pure thought alone. Okay, Jeff, thanks for sharing. I don't currently reside in the etheric realm, you might correctly say, so how is that going to help me on this earthly plane? Well, you ready? Your blink mind, and remember, you have essentially two minds. You have your analytical mind, which is a perfect and complete record of every bit of sensory input that you have received over the entirety of your ability to be cognizant. This goes from right now all the way back into the womb. And I just had a flash of inspiration. Since time is not linear as we think, you probably have at your access a analytical mind life track record of your future. Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. We'll put that aside for the time being. But your analytical mind is a perfect, complete record of every bit of sensory information and data that you have ever accumulated from the very second that you became in any way conscious, able to receive data and input and stimuli. The only thing wrong with your analytical mind is when you undergo severe physical or emotional trauma, pain, it gets overridden as a protective mode by the reactive mind, which is fueled by the fight or flight mind, aka also known as the reptilian cortex. So our job is to go across our life track, identifying any gaps, filling them in, and getting rid of the misperceptions caused by that reactive mind. But the point being, your analytical mind, when it is completely cleared of any blocks, of any implants, and of any, I can't really think of the right word, of any blocks or implants, let's just leave it at that. It gives you a perfect record of what happened and gives you information and decisions warp speed based upon all that data. You'd call that your gut intuition. I call it your blink. There's a great book called Blink. I recommend you read it. I didn't write it, and it's a little bit old now, but a great book. It'll change the way that you live and make you much more efficient. But your blink is that knowing, that certainty, and when you're a person of spirituality, you can add to that the fact that the blink is really your higher self. So not only is it all of the information and data compiled from the time you were first conscious until now within this life, your spiritual blink also brings in your higher self. It also brings in the spark of divinity within you, and may well bring the wisdom, data, and input from past incarnations as well. So when you are fully tuned, when you have worked through your life track and you've got things on point, you are receiving instantaneous decisions for any and every situation that comes up in your life based on at least, depending upon your level of spirituality, every bit of input and data you've received since you were first conscious in this incarnation, and at best, like data from all other incarnations as well. And we might even expand that to say all other incarnations of yourself across other dimensionalities and frequencies. So you can see how this can be very powerful. But it's essential to realize that it's an etheric operation. Your blink mind is an etheric operation. Your spiritual blink mind is an etheric operation. Your earth blink is etheric, and your spirit blink is etheric, meaning this: your blink will never speak to you in words. And if it does speak to you in words, it's not your blink. It's your think, your reactive mind. Your reactive mind, your think talks to you in words, your blink does not. Your think will only talk to you in words, your blink never will. And your think, might as well put an S in front of it and call it your stink. Even though that's not quite accurate, you get what I mean. Because your think is responsible for all the stink because you don't listen to the blink. That's pretty profound. Your think is responsible for the stink because you don't listen to the blink. Your etheric mind, your blink, your earth blink, your spiritual blink, will never ever speak to you in words. Never speak to you in words. And rarely in pictures. Rarely. It's usually a burst of inspiration. And sometimes your mind will formulate that into pictures. So let's just leave it at your blink will never ever talk to you in words. And if you're hearing words, it is never ever your blink. So, is it really revelatory to say don't listen to voices in your head? But how many of you do? Oh, this great idea came to me. That's okay. Oh, I heard this. No. If you hear it, if it speaks language, if it speaks sounds, it's not from your blink. Your blink doesn't think. Your blink gives inspiration. So that's one great way to learn and to know and to understand. If you're thinking about making a decision, or there's a situation that comes up and you have to make a decision, if there's words telling you what to do, don't do it, and you might be wise to do the opposite. Learn to hear, and sometimes it's learn to wait until you hear, until you are able to hear, but you're not hearing. So let me take that back. Learn to wait for the blink and not go off half-cocked in the think. Those words are loud. Those words are sometimes immediate. Those words are sometimes feel like they have power and correct direction in them. But if their words are not your blink, and they may not be wrong, they just may not be completely right. The etheric realm has no language. Your blink is a function of the etheric realm. It's the comforter. It's the Holy Spirit. It's your higher self. Plus it's your analytical mind, storehouse of every bit of wisdom, every bit of sensory input and data that you've ever received. And it doesn't talk to you. So if you're hearing words, you're not hearing your blink. If you're hearing words, you're hearing your reactive mind, stimulated by your fight or flight reptilian cortex, your low reptile. You don't want to react to that. You don't want to follow that. One other thing I'll throw in here before we close. I really don't want to put two ideas out there. I want you to grasp that idea of your blink never speaks to you. It only sends bursts of inspiration. But also, no, we're going to leave it there. And we'll talk next time about this next technique and idea that I'm thinking about. So, quick recap. Your blink is an etheric working. In the etheric realm, the realm of the gods, the divine, the inexpressible ones, there is no language. Therefore, when your blink is giving you data, it will never be in language. If it is in language, it is your lower reactive mind powered by your fight or flight mind, aka your reptilian cortex. So just like in the Garden of Eden, if you hear talking, it's the snake. Don't listen. And just like in the Garden of Eden, if there really was one, you know what I'm talking about, the inexpressible ones speak not with language, but with bursts of pure thought and inspiration. And if you learn and train yourself and discipline yourself to live and move and have your being and make your decisions based upon those things, then you will be well on your way to creating yourself and building a life you'll love. Like, share, subscribe, sponsor financially this work. We're the only one doing it, and we are doing it to an increasing level of success and effectiveness. All we need is you, more like you, and more help from you. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, helping you unwind your mind, unindoctrinate yourself, helping you be excellent to you so that we can all be excellent to each other.